The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Elliott Life a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2. Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
It is opening day, and the Pierre Post 8s are taking on the Brookings Bandits here to open things up in 2022. Both the opener for both of these teams, and the Pierre Governors, not the Pierre Governors, now turning into Post 8s, and the 8s will be looking to start the season off in the right foot against this Brookings team, who they saw last year at the beginning of the season, and this spring team saw at the middle part of the season, close to the end of the season as well, as the 8s were able to split last summer with a 13-7 loss and then a 10-6 win. And then that was back on June 3rd. And then in the high school season, also the Governors were able to split with the Brookings Bobcats. It was 11-3 win for the Bobcats in Game 1, and then the Pierre Governors won 4-1. It was 4-1 in the Game 1, and then Game 2 was an 11-3 win for the Brookings Bobcats. So the Post 8s, the 8s, you got to give me a little bit to get into that mindset here. The 8s are back in action again as they welcome back 4 faces, 3 here that you'll see today with the starting pitcher and Isaac Pollock. He returns as he makes his season debut on the mound. He will be the opening day starter for Post 8 after spending him out in Spearfish, out to Black Hills State for his first year of college. He comes back and will pitch here for the 8s throughout this season. Bennett Dean returns after going out at SDSU, as he's going to be the first baseman in this ball game for the 8s to open things up here in the year. And Jack Merkwan, who ran track this spring, did not play spring baseball. He returns. He's going to be in the cleanup spot playing right field in this ball game. Aaron Boots, another guy that is scheduled to return for the 8s after pitching out at Dakota State, but we'll see when he will be able to make that first, if he's able to play. Dealing with a little bit of injury. Hope that he's able to play at some point here in the summer and enjoy some watching Aaron Booth back on the mound once again for this Pierre Post 8 team. But the 8s come in. They're the number 3 team in the state last year when they end up losing in the semifinals of the state tournament to Renner. They lost both of their games to Renner in the state tournament, but they were the second to final team to be eliminated going into the state championship then the following day with Renner and Sioux Falls East. But the 8s were able to find their way after dropping the first game in the state tournament 2-1 to Renner. They won 6-3 over Watertown. You heard that in the open with Bennett Dean's walk-off home run to get them in the next day, where they shut out Harrisburg 6-0, and then they lost to Renner 7-6 in the final game of their 2021 season. So now they try and turn things back around, and after a spring season that unfortunately didn't go the way that I think most were hoping and maybe thinking that the season was going to go for the Pierre Governors, they get an opportunity now. A lot of these same guys get an opportunity to find a quick start here in the summer. And I know there's a lot of teams and even the teams that did not play in the spring, they're going to be in full force. They're going to be in midseason form. But for the Governors, now the Eights, really the only guys that you probably worry about, maybe quote unquote worry about, is the guys that are joining this team in Bennett Dean, Isaac Pollock, and Jack Merquan for game number 1. But the good news is that those 3 guys that are joining the team, there's a reason why 2 of those guys are coming back as super seniors, because they love the game of baseball. They've been practicing the last couple of weeks, getting back into the shape that they need to be and ready to go, because a lot of these guys are in midseason form. And for the guys that are coming back here and playing in this summer season, they want to be in midseason form as quick as possible as well. So they don't want to be outdone by their teammates. A little friendly competition. And the Eights are going to be looking to take on this Brookings Bandits team, who will throw Breck Hershoff on the mound. This will be his summer ball debut. He did play for the spring team, but Hershoff did not pitch or did not play for the Brookings Bandits last year, who went 15-21 and were eliminated by Harrisburg in the region round before making the state tournament. So it is the Pierre Post Eights and Brookings Bandits in opening day of 2022 of the summer. It doesn't necessarily feel like summer outside. A little bit, some jackets, some sweatshirts. The hoodies are out in full force for game 1 of the summer season. But the Eights will take on Brookings coming up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball. You're not listening to Pierre Governor Baseball anymore. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
To protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At The Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at The Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your why at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand, and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Bob Shelton Field here in Brookings, getting set for first pitch between the Eights and Brookings Bandits. We go through the starting lineups first for the Pierre Post States. Lincoln Keno's lead things off. He's the shortstop. Brecken Kruger will bat second and play center field. Gene Wiebe, the number 3 hitter, playing third base. Jack Merkwan back in the lineup, right fielder, as he will be the cleanup man. Bennett Dean is batting fifth and playing first base. Gary Nedved, the DH, batting sixth. Matthew Hansen, the second baseman, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, batting eighth. And Spencer Lettler, the left fielder, will be batting ninth, as Isaac Pollock is on the mound for the Pierre Governors. We'll go through his totals once he gets on the mound for Post State. For the Brookings Bandits, Lincoln Harden will lead things off. He's a left fielder. Breck Hershoff, the pitcher, will bat second. Henry Hamrick, the center fielder, will bat third. Sam Harden, the catcher, batting fourth. Nathan Lease, the first baseman, batting fifth. Ashton Whitty, the second baseman, batting sixth. Josh Devine, the third baseman, batting seventh. Zach Struck, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Austin Clark, the right fielder, will bat ninth for the Brookings Bandits. So Hershoff on the mound. He will go against Isaac Pollock, as the Eights will be looking for an opening day win in game number 1. Maybe go for a doubleheader sweep, but you got to win that first one before you get to the second one. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with first pitch. You're listening to Pierre Governor Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here to Bob Shelton Field, we are set for first pitch between the Eights and the Brookings Bandits. Joe Winkler here on this Tuesday afternoon as we head into Tuesday evening. As it is Breck Hershoff that is on the mound for the Brookings Bandits. And before we get things underway, want to mention again, we did this in the spring season, but want to do it again. Spring baseball and summer baseball still not the same without Greg Dean here. So as I did for the opening day of the first batter for the spring baseball team, I'm going to do it again here, and I'm going to step back from the mic and allow the game of baseball to take control for you. So I encourage you to go over to YouTube at KCCR Sports here real quick and catch the first batter, Lincoln Keno, will come to the plate as once Hershoff is done with his warm-up tosses and Keenels will step to the plate, I will back away from the mic and will remain silent in honor of Greg, and wish he was still with me here in the broadcast booth to my left. But I will back away, let the sound of baseball take over for you, and rejoin you again once the at-bat is over. So it could be very quick, could be a couple pitches later, but as the throw is out to second base, Brett Hershoff getting the ball back, Lincoln Keenel stepping to the plates as we get underway here for the 2022 season. And Keenels will ground the first pitch to the second baseman in Ashton Whitty and will be retired to open things up on the very first pitch of the 2022 season at 4:59. Here, this going to even in now. Brecken Kruger will come to the plate. Brett Hershoff, this is his first game on the mound for the Bandits. First pitch is outside to Brecken Kruger as Hershoff delivers the 1-0. That is inside now, 2-0 here to Brecken Kruger. We'll go through some Brecken Kruger's total, as well as also going through this Pierre Governor lineup again here in just a moment, as the 2-0 is missing low and is now quickly 3-0 to the number 2 hitter for the Post States Legion team, Brecken Kruger. The 3-0 pitch. That'll be over for a strike, and it's now 3-1 for Brecken Kruger. Did not register in at-bats with Post State last year. Actually, he didn't register a couple at-bats, but hit .227 for Post State. Draws a walk. He's the first base runner of the season for Post State. A walk by Hershoff, and there's one on and one out as Jaden Wiebe, the third baseman, will come to the plate. So Jaden Wiebe, who missed a couple games with over the spring season with some recruiting stuff for football, and really hit the ball well at the end of the spring season. Hit .333 for Post State last year. And the first pitch is grounded over to the left side, fielded by the third baseman. And the throw across is going to be in time from Josh Devine to Lease, and there's now 2 away. They did not attempt to try and get Kruger out at second, so the runner moves up 90 feet with 2 away now here in the top of the first inning, and it's now Jack Merquant. And Merquant, this is his first at-bat, and he comes in already with a runner in scoring position. Hit .248 for the Eights last year with 15 runs driven in. Eights as a team hit .302 last summer. Here's the first pitch to Merquant. That's taken for strike one. And for the Governor baseball team, as they finished out their year, they hit .282 going into that game against Yankton. So the average dipped from the summer to the spring. Of course, there were some new faces, but those new faces also hit the ball really well for the Pierre Governors. As that one misses low to Merquant. The count's now even at a ball and a strike to the cleanup man in Jack Merquant. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hershoff to Merquant. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-1. Lincoln Harden's out in left field as Henry Hamrick in center and Austin Clark in right. Josh Devine at third, Zach Struck at short, Ashton Whitty at second. That one catches the outside corner, and the count's now 2-2 to Merquant. Nathan Lease is at first base. Sam Harden behind the plate. And Hershoff trying to work around the one-out walk. He's got a 2 away, 2-2 pitch to Merquant. That one's fouled back. And we will do it again here at 2-2. Bennett Dean would be the next man to hit if Merquant is able to reach base. Kruger leads away from second. Here's the 2-2. Comes inside, nearly gets Merquant, but he's able to back away, and the count is now full at 3-2. And again, just a runner on second base, so Kruger will be off with contact, but not with the pitch. Here's the 3-2. And Merquant behind it, but fouls it away. stays alive. Another full count opportunity. It is 3:20 down the lines here at Bob Sheldon Field. 375, nicely renovated here at Bob Sheldon Field. This is a fantastic facility. 3-2 pitch. Once again from Hershoff to Merkwant. Looks at for strike three. Caught the bottom of the zone. And that will end the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base after half inning. And Post States with no score. The Brookings Bandits coming to the plate. You're listening to Pierre Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we welcome you back here to Bob Sheldon Field, game one of the 2022 summer season. Isaac Pollock is on the mound for Pierre Post States. And for Pollock, boy, he was something else last summer. He threw very well, 47 innings, which was easily the team high. Lincoln Keenels at 31, actually Jack Van Camp at 41, so still beat him by 6 innings, almost an entire game, as he gave up just 20 runs, only 15 earned runs in those 47 innings. An ERA of 2.23 and a whip of 1.27. Isaac Pollock was fantastic last year. Listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Lincoln Hardin will lead things off. And when you're a super senior, you come back and you get the nod to start game one. So here's the first pitch from Isaac Pollock. That will miss outside for ball one. Lincoln Hardin leading things off. Will be followed by Breck Hershoff, then Henry Hamrick, Sam Hardin, Nathan Lease, Ashton Whitty, Josh Devine, Zach Struck, and Austin Clark. Those are the 9 hitters. No DH. There's a ground ball left side. Keenels will stay down on the turf. The high throw. Bennett Dean is over there at first base. And 2 pitches and 1 out to open things up here in the bottom of the first inning. And it will bring up Breck Hershoff. And Breck Hershoff, as he comes in, he again did not play for this Bandits team last year. But for Hershoff, went to 2 for 5 and 2 for 8 overall against the Governors this spring. First pitch is over for strike one. Isaac Pollock, again, was that whip of under 1.3. Here's the 0-1 pitch that misses just a little bit outside, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Gave up 34 hits, 26 walks. He had 43 strikeouts. He did hit 4 guys. Here's a 1-1. That one is out towards center field. Brecken Kruger going back on it, still going back, reaches out and makes the catch. That one carried a little bit farther on Kruger than maybe he anticipated, but he's able to glide back to make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And Henry Hamrick, the center fielder, trying to keep it from 1-2 inning for Isaac Pollock. Here in the bottom of the first in game one of our doubleheader between Pierre and Brookings. Talk about the upcoming schedule for Post States as we go along here in this ball game. First pitch is over for strike one to Henry Hamrick, the center fielder. Spencer Lettler out in left, Brecken Kruger in center, Jack Merkwant in right, Jane Wiebe at third base as the count's now 0-2. That one dropped right in. Lincoln Keenels at short, Matthew Hansen at second, Bennett Dean at first, Grayson Hunsley behind the plate. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and it is caught by Hunsley. What a fantastic off-speed pitch, as it almost fooled Hunsley too. And Isaac Polak gets the strikeout. He gets a 1-2-3 inning to open things up in the first inning. After one completes here in Brookings, no score between Post 8 and the Bandits. You listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know. My air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
As we welcome you back here into the top of the second, Post 8 and Brookings. No score as Bennett Dean will come to the plate as he will have his first at-bat since last summer. And Bennett Dean, who for the Post 8 hit to 243. He had 3 home runs. And, oh, by the way, none was bigger than that walk-off home run against Watertown in the state tournament last year. First pitch to him, he swings through it. And 0-1 the count. Dean excited to be back with Post 8 playing Legion baseball for one more summer. Had that eligibility intact to give the opportunity of playing baseball one more year. Here's the 1-1. That one will bounce in. The count's now 2-1. Dean had 30 runs driven in, which was second on the team last summer, behind Andy Gordon's 35. This counts 3-1 here to Dean. Looking to reach base safely in his first trip to the plate. Hershoff got 1 walk so far. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Good hitter's count. Comes inside, and Dean will draw the walk. And he is on to open things up here at the top of the second. Second walk issued. And here is now Gary Nedved. Nedved in the 6th spot here for Post 8. But Nedved, even though he cooled off at the end of the spring, still hit .366, which was the best average on the team. As that one's in the turf. Good block there, good dig there by Sam Harden. And Dean over at first base. Got a little bit of a hop, but with Harden catching that cleanly, unable to make his way to second. So here's now the 1-0 to Nedved. That one misses low, and it's now 2-0. And 6 of the first 7 have missed here in the top of the second for Breck Hershoff. Dean leads away from first. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss by Nedved. It's now 2-1. Last summer for Gary Nedved, .290 hitter and 11 runs driven in. Threw really well, too, for Post 8. That one will be fouled off the handle as Nedved started to swing and couldn't get all the way through it before it bounced off the handle of the bat. So the count's now 2-2 here to Nedved. Matthew Hansen is on deck. He'd be followed by Grayson Hunsley and Spencer Lettler. 2-2. That one's popped foul and out of play. We'll do it again here at 2-2. It's Bob Sheldon Field, renovated. Last time we were here was 2019 for the Pierre Governors playing. So it's been a while since we've come back to Brookings, but as that one's ripped, one hopper, backhand stab at second. The flip to second for one, back to first is not in time. It'll be a fielder's choice. And Whitty, I don't know if he was actually looking at it when the ball got to him, but he was able to backhand stab it and a nice flip to Struck at second base to get the first out. Nedved was able to beat it out at first to allow just a fielder's choice. But there is now 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the second. As brings in Matthew Hansen. Showing bunt, pulls it back, taken high for ball 1. Hansen over the spring for the Pierre Governors at .333. Had just 1 extra base hit, but it was a triple, 6 runs driven in. Last summer hit .312 with 12 RBIs, 2 doubles for his extra base hits. That one's popped up on the right side. Coming in as the right fielder in Clark. He'll make the catch. 2 away here in the top of the second. And it will bring up now Grayson Hunsley, who will make his post-state hitting debut. He was, with Deegan Huska's injury, was able to take the reins as the catcher and played almost every inning behind the plate throughout the spring season, other than he ended up having to leave a game getting hit by a pitch in the chest, as that's when it's taken to the top of the zone to Hunsley, and it's 0-1. Other than that, he was behind the plate the whole way for the Governors. Hit .319 over the spring. .319 with 18 runs driven in. 3 doubles for the now rising junior. Here's the 0-1. Nedved takes off. Ground ball left side. Fielded by the third baseman, Devine, on a high hop. And the throw to first. Gets Hunsley. And it retires the side here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Another runner left on base. And after an inning and a half, no score between Pierre and Brookings. So you're listening to Pierre Governor. Listen to Post-State Baseball. One of these times I'm going to get it right in game number 1. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Back here at Bob Shelton Field as we open things up in the bottom of the second. Will be 4, 5, and 6 for the Bandits. As Isaac Pollock had a 1-2-3 first inning. So Sam Harden, Nathan Lees, and Ashton Whitty will try and be the first base runner of the ball game for Brookings. This is Brookings also opener. Just a couple teams have played so far in the Legion season. A couple of South Dakota games. Watertown, Aberdeen, Post 22, Post 320, and Spearfish have all started their season prior to the end of the high school season. Aberdeen actually earlier today, and they're going to get game 2 started here shortly. They beat Sioux Falls West 6-2. Yankton and Huron also playing this evening. Post 22 and Post 320 are scheduled to play as well here tonight. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Sam Harden. Harden last year, looks like he is making his. Sam Harden hit .230 on the season last summer. That one's a check swing, but a strike called anyway, and it's now 0-2 here to Sam Harden. Catcher for the Brookings Bandits. Just 12 guys that they have on their roster today, or at least in the lineup card today. Just 3 guys on the bench. 0-2 pitch, good curveball, but taken by Harden as it bounces in. The count's now 1-2. And for Isaac Pollock, it's these, the arms are fresh for these guys, but how much in shape are they? Game shape are they? They will be in shape, as that one had a lot of pop to it, but just misses outside, and the count's now 2-2. You throw bullpens, keep your arm going, working all the way back to it. We'll see how long of a leash that Isaac Pollock has as well in the first game. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one Pollock slipped out of the hand. Misses just a bit high. And the count is now 3-2. And a full count here to Sam Hart. If Bennett Dean would come in and pitch, how much of a leash does he have compared to everybody else, too? Because you pretty much can let everybody else go because their season wrapped up just about 10 days ago. There's a ground ball to the left side, fielded by Wiebe at third. The throw to first is in time. And the leadoff man retired to open things up here in the bottom of the second. The turf here at Bob Sheldon Field, we saw turf like this last Saturday, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before when we were at Augustana in the region round with Pierre taking on Yankton. And that infield turf, it ends just a couple of steps into the outfield grass. Turns into some nice grass out in the outfield. First pitch is outside for ball one. Here is the 1-0. Just a bit outside again. Now 2-0 here to Nathan Lees. What I really like about this Bob Sheldon Field, too, and you look out and you see when the camera changes out to that, as that one's popped out to left field, coming in on it to Spencer Lettler. Broke back, then came in to make the catch, and there's now 2 down. But you can look, if you're watching on YouTube right now, and I'll point it out as well on the radio and say if out in right field past the wall, which actually dips down a little bit, they got a nice hill out there. You can watch the game from out there, but it's just like looks like a perfect setting out there to watch a baseball game. Maybe not so much today. I really like the press box today because it's a little bit cooler. But once you get in that the summer months and an evening game, I guess we're in the summer months. Tomorrow's June, but here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low and outside to Ashton Whitty. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. That one off the catcher's glove of Grayson Hunsley, and it's now 2-1. But just a nice hill, and it's called the big fly zone out there. And with that lower fence, a little bit, a couple more home run balls could get out of there. That one will go off the hand. Nope, they're going to say it's a foul ball. As it went off of Ashton Whitty, he's trying to say it hit him in the hand. And he's trying to show the evidence of his batting glove that he get hit on the hand. But it's a 2-2 count. So Whitty will have to step back in. Ashton Whitty hit .219 for the Bandits last summer. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one outside. That's only ball 3, so as Whitty was going on his way to first base, he's going to get the bat back again and go back to the plate. When he thought he got hit, he was on his way to first. He thought that was ball 4. He was on his way to first. So now it's a 3-2 count. And Whitty's trying to get on base once again. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss outside, and it will be ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to Ashton Whitty. And it'll bring up Josh Devine, the third baseman. Josh Devine threw a gem against the high school baseball team when even though they lost 4-1, Lincoln Keenels was just a tad better than what Devine was. That was Devine threw 6 innings, allowing just 3 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, and 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He was very, very efficient, even though he ended up with the loss in the ball game. That one will catch the outside corner. The count's now even at a ball and a strike. Whitty's the first base runner for the Brookings Bandits. He leads away from first, as Devine will step back into the box with a 1-1 count, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, top of the zone, and it's now 1-2. Devine looking for that first hit for Brookings. 208 batting average last summer. Runner takes off. There's a foul at the plate. Right, just barely get a piece of it was Devine. Stays alive. But Whitty will make his way back to first base. Count remains at 1-2. On deck is Zach Struck. Pollock gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's above the letters. Now 2-2. Struck will be making his Brookings Bandits debut. Here's a 2-2 now from Pollock to Devine. Off the glove of Hunsley to second base will be Whitty. And the count's now 3-2. Ended up being a pass ball. And getting to second is Whitty. He was going to be off with the pitch regardless, but now he's 90 feet a little bit closer, and a base hit could score him, where it would be a little bit of a challenge maybe to score from a base hit from first, even though you get the head start. 3-2 pitch upstairs, and it's back-to-back walks. So it's now first and second. As Zach Struck will come to the plate. So first and second, first two base runners now here for Brookings. Number 8 hitter, Zach Struck, with an RBI opportunity. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second with 2 away. First pitch catches the bottom of the zone at the knees, taken for strike 1. Whitty's at second, Devine at first. Pollock comes set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 to Struck. That's missing upstairs, even at a ball and a strike. Here to Zach Struck. Austin Clark is on deck. He's the number 9 man for the Brookings Bandits. Here's the 1-1 from Pollock. That one also missing upstairs. It's now 2-1. Pollock trying to find his groove here. Last couple of pitches have missed high. And when he's missed, it's mostly missed high in this inning. Here's a 2-1. That one will miss low. Gets to the backstop. So it's now second and third. Count is 3-1. And then maybe trying to overcorrect with the pitch that was left high. The release point was too early, ends up being too late on that release point. So the count's now 3-1. And Pollock in danger of walking the bases loaded, although there's an open base at first base. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And we're launching it out to left field. Spencer Lettler going back on it. He can't make the catch. It's over his head. 2 runs will come in to score. And Brookings will take the lead on a 2 RBI, 2-out double from Zach Struck. And the Bandits strike first here in the bottom of the second. And here is Austin Clark now. 2 out walks. And both the runners score. So now Austin Clark, still another RBI opportunity out there for him. Here's the, nope, they're going to step over and throw to first, but the appeal of maybe saying that Struck missed first base does not work, so. And that would have been interesting because I don't think either run would have scored if that's the case. And there goes a fly ball out towards left center field. Krieger coming in on it. He'll make the catch. Retire the side here in the bottom of the second. 2-run score on just 1 hit, so that 2 RBI double by Zach Struck, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So we head to the top of the third. And Post 8 now trailing 2-0 to the Brookings Bandits. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727. 6727. 6727. 6727.
It's time to mow down cancer. Floyd's Kubota in Fort Pierre is partnering with Avera St. Mary's to give away a pink Kubota 42-inch zero-turn radius lawnmower. Raffle tickets are on sale now at Floyd's Truck Center, Avera's Helmsley Center, or online at averafoundation.org/mowdowncancer. Raffle tickets are 1 for $50 or 3 for $100. Every dollar raised supports local cancer patients and their families when they need it most. Purchase your raffle ticket today. Winner is drawn on June 20th. Together with Floyd's Kubota, we'll mow down cancer.
Top of the third, Post State, they are down at 2-0. As it will be Spencer Lettler to lead things off, and then back to the top of the order. It is 9-1-2. Lettler, Lincoln Keenels, and then Brecken Kruger. Breck Hershoff with 2 scoreless innings, allowing just a walk in each of the 2 innings. First pitch is over for strike 1. Hershoff walked Kruger and then walked Dean, the leadoff man, the second. The only 2 blemishes that he has so far on the record through 2 innings. That one misses outside, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 from Hershoff to Lettler. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Lettler dealing with the knee injury, and of course his shoulders are always an issue with the Lettlers. But dealing with the knee injury that kept him out of the latter part of the season. 1-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and the count's now 2-2. So it evens things up here for Spencer Lettler, but he is back in to the lineup here after a couple of week and a half off, as Lettler will foul that pitch out of play, and it remains at 2-2 here. Lettler in the spring season hit 167, but again, that kind of cut short. He had 3 hits and 18 at-bats, as that one is fouled out of play, and Lettler hangs in there at 2-2. He had a double, but he had 8 runs driven in. Even though with those 3 hits, he was still able to get 8 RBIs on the year. Here's a 2-2. Right back to us with the netting there, and it's still 2-2. About to come into your living room if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Brookings. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Eights. That one will miss low, and the count's now 3-2. And while Lettler would like a base hit to open things up, he'd just like to be a base runner for Post State to get back to the top of the order. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one is fouled out of play again. So Spencer Lettler having himself a good battle here in the 9 spot against Breck Hershoff to open things up here in the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 pitch again. Misses inside. Lettler draws the leadoff walk. 3rd walk issued by Hershoff. 1 in each of the 3 innings now. And it's back to the top of the order in Lincoln Keenels with a leadoff walk. And to get the top of the order, this is where, if you're the Post State, you want to make sure you make them pay. Keenels, Kruger, and then Wiebe. Keenels grounded out on the first pitch of the season in his first trip to the plate and grounded out to the shortstop and Ashton Whitty. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Keenels last summer hit .357 with 11 runs driven in. That one goes behind Keenels. Lettler will make his way to second. And the count's now 2-0. Nearly got Keenels, but he was able to step forward, so the ball went behind him. So it's now a 2-0 count. Hershoff delivers a 2-0 pitch. Keenels will take that upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. And we'll see if maybe Lincoln Keenels will have the green light with a 3-0 count. After a leadoff walk, maybe he doesn't, but here's a 3-0 pitch, and it does plunk him. So he, even though he was going to get on base anyway with the ball, he earns it the hard way. And it's now 1st and 2nd here with nobody out, and it's Brecken Kruger.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6, Brecken Kruger.
And you don't really know for sure here with the number 2 man. You have Wiebe and Merkwan after that. Runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Do you maybe think about bunting here with Brecken Kruger to try and get both runners in scoring position? He is showing bunt. He drops it down the 3rd base line, but bunts it foul. And it's 0-1. Brian White, manager here for Post State, for another season here in Pierre. And we're thinking the same. We'll see if the bunt stays on. He is showing bunt again as Kruger. He pulls it back, takes it for ball one. The count's even at a ball and a strike. And they go with the non-visual signs. They go with the verbal signs of calling out numbers, just like the high school baseball team did. But I think it's a little bit different style that they use for both of them. Showing bunt another time. Butts this one over the third base. It is a perfectly placed bunt for Brecken Kruger. He will easily beat it out. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Eights, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. Josh Devine over at third base. He decided to go back to third base. Breck Hershoff probably didn't have a play to begin with, but he kind of gave up on it once the ball was getting past him, thinking that maybe Devine was going to go over there. The shortstop and Struck was on his way to second, so that was a perfectly placed bunt to load the bases up with nobody out, and you have 3, 4, and 5 now for the Eights. A base hit could tie this game up. And now Spencer Lettler will, looks like we have a pinch runner. Jet Zabel will come into a pinch run here for the Eights.
Pinch running, number 16, Jet Zabel.
So Zabel on at third base now for Post State. Here's the 1-0 to Wiebe. That one will be fouled back and out of play. And it's 1-1. Wiebe finished the spring season hitting .303 with 9 runs driven in. He had 3 triples, 2 doubles. 1-1 pitch. That will hit him, and the first run of the game for Post State will come in. Third free pass issued in this inning by Hershoff. Wiebe gets the RBI. Bases remain loaded. And now here is Jack Merkwan. Sam Harden will make his way out to talk with the pitcher and Hershoff to try and settle him down here, because it's become danger territory for Brookings. They led 2-0, come out with a shutdown inning, and so far the first 4 men have reached base. Bases are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the third. And Jack Merkwan with an opportunity, early season opportunity for these next 2 guys that did not play baseball this spring. One with track and one in college. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Used to be the first pitch to Merkwan. It's over for strike one. Merkwan, first trip to the plate, struck out looking to end the top of the first. Here's the 0-1. That one will miss outside. It's now 1-1. Merkwan, though, did have a very successful track season with the hurdles that, well, he is a special athlete for this Pierre team. 1-1 pitch. That one goes off the glove. Coming in to score is going to be Keenels without a play. And Post State has tied the ball game up at 2-2. And the count's now 2-1. Second and third here for the Eights. Keenels will score. Moving up to second is Wiebe. Over to third is Kruger. And the Eights put the ball in play just one time, the first 4 hitters, and they've tied the ball game up 2-2. Here's a 2-1. Misses outside, now 3-1. Bennett Dean is on deck, who walked in his first trip to the plate. Here's the 3-1 to Merkwan. That one will miss inside, and it's another walk. Second walk issued of the inning. 4th walk overall. 2 walks, 2 guys have been hits, and a bunt single. And now we're going to have a mound visit from the coaching staff of Brookings. And we'll see what's you have in store here. Is just trying to settle down Hershoff here on the mound, who had a solid 2 innings. 2 walks allowed. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Retired everybody else in order. Didn't allow a hit. And then comes in, walk, hit by pitch, a bunt single, hit by pitch, and a walk. Have allowed this game to be tied up, and the bases are loaded again. And here is Bennett Dean. Dean hit 3 home runs last year. It won in Minot, up in Minot. It won in the region round against Yankton, and then the walk-off home run against Watertown. Here's the first pitch to Dean. Comes upstairs for ball one. Dean with the 30 runs driven in last summer. He's looking for his first or maybe second or maybe third of the season right here. 1-0 pitch, catches the bottom of the zone in the corner. It's now 1-1. I mean, 4 RBIs on one swing wouldn't be too bad either for Bennett Dean. Here's the 1-1 to Dean. That was on the outside edge, taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2. And down the count, Dean will look to put the ball in play somewhere and drive in a run. Hirschoff goes from the windup with the bases loaded, nobody out, 2-2 score in the top of the third. 1-2 pitch. And Dean out towards center field. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. Backpedaling, making the catch is Hamrick out in center field. 2 runners will tag up. Dean will get a RBI sac fly and give Post States the lead, 3-2. With just now 1 out in the top of the third inning. And Dean does his job to get the RBI. And now here's Gary Nedved. Kruger scores on the sac fly. Wiebe moves up to third base, so it's now first and third with 1 away. And it will bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved grounded into a fielder's choice, his first trip to the plate. Runners at the corners here with 1 away. Here's the first pitch to Nedved. Misses inside for ball 1. No action out in the bullpen right now, out in right field. And again, no DH for Brookings in this game. Doesn't necessarily mean that there has to be a guy that comes in from the field to pitch, but more than likely would expect somebody to come in. Nedved trying to bunt the ball, popped up, diving for it, and just unable to make the catch. Behind home plate was Sam Harden. If he makes the catch, Merkwan probably gets back to the bag, but he was off towards second base. He was probably 3/4 of the way there. Because of where Harden had to dive for it, it's back to his left and to the third base side. Been really tough for him to get up and throw a strike to first base to get Merkwan, who was on his way back to first after his popped up, looking for the safety squeeze on that play. Now here's the 1-1. From Hirschoff to Nedved. Merkwan takes off. Nedved will foul it back. That was top of the zone, but might have been hit and run there with Merkwan on the move, and it's now 1-2. Here to Gary Nedved. Matt Hansen awaits on deck. The Eights have the lead, 3-2. 3 runs here in the inning on just 1 hit. Nedved will ground it left side. It will be fouled down the third base line. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Or excuse me, at 1-2. The score is 3-2. A sac fly, but then just a bunt base hit. Everything else has been walks, and guys have been hit by a pitch. There's a throw back to first, and diving back in safely is Merkwan as they walk his way back up to the bag. Count is 1-2. Here to Gary Nedved. Hirschoff will come set from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Merkwan takes off again. Nedved will pop it up on the right side. Merkwan's got to get back to first base. The catch is made. There's not going to be an opportunity for Merkwan to get back to the bag, so it turns into a double play. The catch was made by the first baseman, Lease. He was able to flip it over to the second baseman, and Whitty, that was standing over at first base, and retires the side. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played 2.5, and the Eights lead it 3-2 over the Brookings Bandits. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe? Who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do, all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Simpson Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here at the bottom of the third inning, and the Eights now lead at 3-2 over Brookings. And they did all that damage with just one hit in the inning. And that's the same that you can say for Brookings. What they did in the bottom of the second is they did all their damage with just one hit. They took advantage of the 2 walks that Isaac Polak had. And now here's a shutdown inning, an opportunity for Polak on the mound with a now lead intact for the Eights.
Third, the left fielder, number 10, Lincoln.
But it is the top of the order for the Bandits. Lincoln Harden, followed by Breck Hershoff and Henry Hamrick, the first 3 hitters. Lincoln Harden grounded out to the shortstop, Key Knowles, to open things up in the bottom of the first as he awaits the first pitch from Polak, and he'll take that for strike 1. So it'll be Harden, Hershoff, Hamrick. If anybody reaches base, Sam Harden. The 3 that are to the plate went 1-2-3 back in the bottom of the first. Polak retired the first 5 in a row before the 2 walks and double. Here's a 1-1. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. And the turf gives you some nice hops. Makes it a little bit easier to scoop the ball over at first. Maybe get a true read on a blocked ball in the turf. 2-1 pitch. That one is out towards left field. Jet Zabel, who's out there playing down left, he'll start to get turned around, but he's able to make the catch. The leadoff man retired to open up the bottom of the third inning. And here's Breck Hershoff with nobody on, 1 out. Hershoff, he flew out to the center fielder Kruger in his first trip to the plate. So Zabel out now in left field. He takes over for Spencer Lettler. He did score that run, which was the first run of the game for the Eights. And with Lettler going from second to third and then coming out of the game, you hope that it's not having to deal with the leg injury that he was trying to battle back from, as he's upstairs now 2-0. Here to Breck Hershoff. We'll keep an eye on that as we go along. 2-0 pitch comes high and inside, and the count's now 3-0 here to Hershoff. Polak trying to avoid his third walk, but he's got to battle all the way back from a 3-0 count. That one's a get-me-over pitch. 3-1 now to Breck Hershoff. Hershoff has gone those 2 innings. No action in the bullpen out in right field for Brookings. That one will be taken inside, and it's a 1-out walk. Third walk issued now in the ball game from Isaac Polak. And now here's Henry Hamrick, the center fielder. He struck out swinging. Only strikeout victim so far by Isaac Polak through 2 1/3 innings. 1 hit apiece, but a 3-2 lead for Post State. First pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut there from Hamrick. And it's 0-1. Hamrick had 272 batting average, 1 home run last year. He had 9 extra bases, 22 runs driven in. For the Bandits in 2021. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Pitch upstairs. A throw to second. No throw to second. And Hershoff slides in without a throw, so he is now in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. And the count is 1-1 to Henry Hamrick. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, now 2-1. Brookings 15-21 last summer. They split with Post State back on June 3rd, just about a year ago. Temperatures doesn't feel like it would be just about a year ago, but they end up going to the region round, taking on the Harrisburg Tigers. As that's also upstairs. It's now 3-1 now to Henry Hamrick. They lost 12-2, 8-0 to Harrisburg in the region round and were eliminated before making the state tournament in Brandon last summer. Brookings was a host team in the spring. Ended up getting upset by Washington. That one will miss low for ball 4. And it's a back-to-back walks again here by Pollock. And it brings up now Sam Harden. And Coach White will make his way out and have a discussion here with Isaac Pollock. And what I believe most summers are like for these super seniors are kind of you get more of a questioning. Now, I look at what Coach White's talking about right now. It looks like he is being more of a teaching point right here for these guys out in the mound instead of talking, maybe I was going to say having a chat with Pollock and just kind of seeing where he's at, especially the guy that of Isaac Pollock's caliber. He's not going to fool you. He's going to be honest with you all the time. He's not going to talk about, he's not going to say he's fine when he's not fine. He'll tell you just how he's feeling. But it looked more of a strategical visit from Brian White instead of more of just a quick chat with Isaac Pollock to try and measure where he's at. But here with first and second and 1 out in the bottom of the third, Sam Harden back to the plate. He grounded out to Wiebe over a third. There is some action in the bullpen out in left field. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here to Sam Harden, the catcher. Lincoln Harden led off with a fly out to left. Back-to-back walks. As this counts now 2-0 here to Sam Harden. Nathan Lees and then Ashton Whitty. And Pollock trying to find it here. Here's a 2-0. There's a big swing and a miss there by Harden. He was looking to maybe make it a 5-3 ball game. It's now a 2-1 count. Hearing from Nathan Nas, who was listening, watching here the opening day for Post 8. 2-1 pitch. That one just above the zone, now 3-1. Former assistant coach for the Eights. Unable to coach this year. Not probably willingness of not wanting to coach, just unable to, and rightfully so. 3-1 pitch is foul back, now 3-2. But he's having a little bit of fun talking about how Brian White not used to making a trip out to the mound, saying that he had to make all those mound visits. All Coach White had to do was just go on out and remove the pitcher and get someone else in. Nathan Nas was in charge of making the mound visits. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Isaac Pollock. There's now 2 down. And it'll bring up Nathan Lees. That's a huge strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game now for Pollock. And with runners at first and second and ground ball, go the easiest bag and get you out of this inning. Pollock will come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Lees, upstairs for ball 1. We'll have Nathan Nas on at some point over the summer. We'll talk with him. We'll bring him up to the booth at Hyde Stadium. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off for third. The throw to third base is over the glove of Wiebe, and a runner will come in to tie the ball game up. Big round of second, and getting back to second base is Henry Hamrick. And it's now a 3-3 ball game. Runner still at second base. Count is 2-0. And the air will be charged on the throw from Grayson Hunsley. So a runner at second now with 2 away. 2-0 is the count. But we are tied at 3. And the first error of either team in this ball game. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 2-1. And Pollock, that runner at second, Hamrick nearly got a big jump on Pollock again. Trying to take third base on Pollock. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. And Hamrick's got a huge secondary lead. He was almost halfway to third base on that swing from Nathan Lees. Here's a 2-2 pitch now. That one's popped up. Shallow right center field. Krieger coming in. Is going to drop in for a base hit. Run will come in to score. And it's now a 4-3 lead for Brookings. Just a lazy blue pop-up from Nathan Lees. And it dropped in no man's land. And it gives Brookings the lead right back as they've scored 2 here in the inning. The RBI single from Lees. As Ashton Whitty will come to the plate. Drew walk his first trip. First pitch. Outside for ball 1. It is a commonplace in baseball. You try and work your way around it, but so far the 4 runs that have scored from Brookings have all been guys that have reached base by a walk. And good baseball teams will make you pay on walks. Isaac Pollock was trying to work out of it. Nearly was able to in both these innings, as that one will miss low, and a good block from Hunsley, and the count's now 2-1. However, just unable to, and for Hershoff, he got burned by those 3 runs in the third inning. 2 of the 3 runs scored because of a walk or hit by a pitch. There's a swing and a miss by Ashton Whitty, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. 4-3 our score. Brookings leads Pierre in Game 1 of the 2022 season. Here's a 2-2 from Pollock. Misses just a bit low and outside. The count's now full at 3-2. And off of the pitch will be Nathan Lees. Pollock delivers a 3-2. Reaching for it, fouling it, spoiling it was Ashton Whitty. That was too close to take. And Whitty was able to get a piece of it to stay alive at 3-2. A good 2-strike swing there from Whitty. Pollock from the stretch, 3-2. Upstairs for ball 4. And the inning will continue. Third walk now issued. And here's Josh Devine. So Devine, who also walked and came in to score on the 2 RBI double from Zach Struck, has an opportunity to drive in another run here at the inning for Brookings. That one's on the outside edge and taken for strike 1. Leading away from second is Lees. Whitty leads away from first. 0-1 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Pollock comes set, 0-1 pitch. Curveball that misses, stayed upstairs too long. And across the plate above the letters, so the count's now 1-1. Just 1 hit in the inning so far for the Bandits. That pitch will miss low. Good block again by Hunsley. Counts now 2-1. You wonder if maybe this might be the last batter here for Pollock, trying to fight his way through 3 full innings in the opener. Here's a 2-1. That one will also bounce in, and the count's now 3-1. Lees at second, Whitty at first. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Another walk. Bases are now loaded. Second time that Devine has been walked, and that will end the day for Isaac Pollock. As looks like George Stalley will be the guy to come on the mound here for Post 8. So Pollock unable to get through 3 full innings. And he will lead here with The bases loaded and 2 outs, and George Stalley will come to the mound here for Post State. We'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back and listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
So here is George Stalley on the mound here for the Eights, as Zach Struck will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. A big spot here for the rising sophomore to come in and make his post-state debut. First pitch to Zach Struck will miss low for ball 1. And the walks have been the story here pretty much for both teams, but especially for Post State, who's trailing now 4-3. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will also bounce in. The count's now 2-0. Isaac Pollock finishes with 6 walks in the ball game in 2 2/3. Allowing just 2 hits. He's responsible for all 3 guys on base right now. Here's a 2-0. There's a line drive up the middle, past the diving Keenholz, a base hit. 2 runs will come in to score as the throw comes back in, cut off by Dean in front of the mound. And it's now a 6-3 lead for the Bandits. And it brings up Austin Clark, and they have batted around here in this inning. He's the 9th man to come to the plate. And Zach Struck has done his part. 4 runs driven into the 6th. A double, a single, and 4 RBIs. Here's off the end of the bat, right back to Stalley. He will throw to first to retire the side. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-run score in the inning on just 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We have played 3 complete, and the Eights trail Brookings 6-3. Listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
We get to the top of the 4th inning, and Post State now down 6-3, as it will be 7, 8, and 9 for the Eights. Matthew Hansen, followed by Grayson Hunsley and Jet Zabel, who have his first official at-bat or first plate appearance after coming in to run for Spencer Lettler in the top of the 3rd inning. The Eights did lead 3-2 after the top of the 3rd, as Hansen takes strike 1 to open things up here in the top of the 4th. But a 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base in the bottom of the 3rd has made this a 6-3 lead now for Brookings. After leading 2-0 after the second, they've upped their lead by 1 here at the top of the fourth. That one will miss low on an 0-2 pitch, and it's now 1-2. And for Isaac Polak, his day is 2 2/3 innings, 6 runs, all of them earned, 2 hits, 6 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Hansen will shoot that one out to the gap in left center field. It will drop down for a base hit, more off the end of the bat, and Matthew Hansen will have a leadoff single for the Eights. Just the second hit of the ball game for Post State. But the leadoff man on base for the third straight inning. And now it's Grayson Hunsley who grounded out to the third baseman in his first trip up here in the top of the second inning. Now here in the top of the fourth. Breck Hershoff basically gets a reprieve after that last inning. Hunsley will chop at the first pitch. He was well behind it, and it rolls foul, and it stops halfway up the line and hit about 45 feet. Hunsley just a little bit behind on that first pitch from Breck Hershoff. I think the lights are starting to make their way on here. There's a light on out on the right field side as Hunsley will call time. And get reset here. 0-1 is the count. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Hunsley will pop it up. Hansen's got to stop and get back over to first base. The shortstop over out into shallow left field, and Struck will make the catch. And there's one down here in the top of the fourth. And here's Jet Zabel.
Number 16, Jet Zabel.
So Zabel will make his season debut here. And for Zabel, did not have any at-bats for the Senior Legion team last year. Here's the first pitch to Zabel. He swings and misses. Although you look at the other way around, and for Jet Zabel, he threw 5 innings in his only appearance for Post State last summer. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Pitch outside. The throw to second is off the glove of the shortstop Struck. It was right on the money, but just went off the glove of Struck. So into second is Hansen with a stolen base, and he is in scoring position now with 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Hershoff steps off. He'll regather here. Now the 1-1 pitch to Zabel. Swings and misses. He was behind that fastball, and the count's now 1-2. Peyton Zabel, they're going to be on their way. Not so much quite yet. Maybe they are. I'm not sure the travel plans, but Texas State will be moving to Stanford as Zabel swings and misses and strikes out, and there's now 2 down. But Texas State is at the Stanford Regional. Lincoln Keenels now will come to the plate. Thought maybe that Zabel was swinging his bat instead, and Keenels will now go back and get the one that he wants to use as he steps to the plate. Base hit would be big here to draw with back within 2. With Hansen on at second base, he is that in scoring position right now. Here's the first pitch to Keenels. He'll pop that one up on the right side. It's in foul territory. Giving a long run behind, over the shoulder, and unable to make the catch is Nathan Lease, as he was all the way turned around and had the opportunity, but boy, that's a very tough play for an infielder to make going back as far as he did. And for the Eights, thankfully it lands foul. An opportunity now for Keenels again. Was looking for his first hit of the season. 0 for 1 so far. Ground out to the second baseman. Also hit by a pitch and came around to score. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce in. Hansen takes off. No throw to third as he'll slide in safely. Good read there by Matthew Hansen on a pitch that hit the turf. He was off as soon as that ball hit the turf. He was off to third base, and no opportunity for the catcher and Sam Harden to make the play. That one will catch the top of the zone. The count's now 1-2. So Lincoln Keenel's now having a battle. Any base hit. Well, driving the run. 1-2 pitch. Misses low and outside. The count's now 2-2. The middle infield, the center fielder, and the pitcher himself were 5 steps to the dugout. Maybe trying to tell the umpire that it was strike 3. Help him out. Take strike 3, and then everybody again is moving back to the dugout as that one misses just a bit outside. The count's now 3-2. That wasn't just the middle infield and the center fielder. That was all 8 fielders out there looking at it. 3-2 pitch. That one's grounded foul down the third base line. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. So Hershoff thought he had a strikeout in the 2 pitches prior. Trying to find another strikeout here. He's got 2 so far. 3-2 pitch. Keenels will pop it up behind home plate and will get out of play. So we'll do it again here at 3-2. And Hershoff doesn't like the baseball that he got, so that one will be thrown out of play. Another full count pitch upcoming. Keenel's the top of the order here for the 8s, down 6-3 in the top of the 4th. Here's the 3-2. And Keenel spoils that one out of play. So another opportunity here at 3-2. Hershoff trying to win the battle. Keenel's trying to drive in the run. 3-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. And he doesn't drive in the run, but he does reach base. As he is on for the second time with a free pass. And here's now Brecken Kruger. That's the 5th walk issued of the ball game. Also, 2 guys been hit by a pitch, so 7 free passes from Breck Hershoff through 3 2/3 innings. Runners are now at the corners with 2 away for Brecken Kruger. He walked and then had a bunt single. First pitch to him. This is low and outside for ball 1. Kruger, the only guy to reach base twice in his first 2 plate appearances here for Post 8. Here's the 1-0 pitch instead of check over at first, and back diving in safely is Keenels. The count is 1-0. To the rising senior Brecken Kruger. Here's the 1-1. Keenels takes off. Ground ball left side. Down the line, it is foul. Would have been a tough play. Been interesting to see if that had been fair, if Kruger was able to beat that out. Keenels was off with the pitch, yeah, so he would have been able to round second to see where that would have gone, and I don't know if anybody was covering third base. He might have been able to take third if Kruger was safe at first base. But we'll never know as the count's 1-1. That was fouled by just a couple of inches. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Instead, Hershoff will step off and try and keep Keenels guessing over at first base to try and get a good jump if he's trying to steal. Again, here's the 1-1 pitch. Keenels takes off. That one's in the turf, blocked up by Harden, and no opportunity to throw Keenels out at second, so the count's now 2-1. And Kruger with a base hit could draw the 8s back within 1. Second and third with 2 away. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Was on the outside edge, now 2-2. Well, the deuces are wild here with 2 on and 2 out and a 2-2 pitch upcoming. From Breck Hershoff to Brecken Kruger. Here's a 2-2. Misses low for ball 3, and the count is now full. On deck is Jaden Wiebe. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Kruger. He'll strike out, 3rd strikeout of the ball game now for Breck Hershoff. And he retires a side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the 8s are down 6-3 to Brookings. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
So as we welcome you back here, it's the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Eights are down 6-3. As it's the top of the order again, Lincoln Harden, all three times he's come to the plate, he is leading off an inning. George Staley was able to get the final out in the bottom of the third. It was a 2 RBI single from Zach Struck, and then a ground out from Austin Clark, the two batters that Staley has faced so far. So now he begins a new inning. First pitch will miss low for ball one. Staley a little bit of work on the mound during the spring season, just 3 innings pitch and only 1 appearance. There's a ground ball left side, staying down on it is Wiebe. Throw across the diamond is going to be in time to retire the leadoff man in Lincoln Harden. And I absolutely love that out call by the first base umpire. Really cocked and delivered that one. That was fantastic. Might be my favorite out call of the whole season. And that's just game 1. Here is Breck Hershoff. First pitch to him. That one's popped foul on the right side. That will get out of play. And it's 0-1. But Staley, go back to him. He allowed just 2 hits, 2 runs, but they both weren't earned. He had 2 walks, 1 strikeout in the 3 innings pitch, so he had an ERA of 0 and a whip of 1.33. That one's grounded up left side, fielded by Knowles up the middle. And there's 2 ground ball outs here to open things up in the bottom of the 4th. That brings up Henry Hamrick.
Bringing up the center fielder, number 1, Henry Hamrick.
So Henry Hamrick, who is 0 for 1, struck out swinging and also drew a walk, came around to score for that 4-run inning in the bottom of the 3rd for the Bandits. He will step to the plate. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 by George Staley. Here's the 1-0. That one is skied out towards right field. Merkwan going over for it. He'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Staley here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Post State still down 6-3. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the 2nd time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so sexy. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
As we are back here to the top of the 5th inning, the Eights are down 6-3 as Breck Hershoff continues to work on the mound for the Brookings Bandits. And for the Bandits, they are got the lead because they have taken advantage of the walks that have been issued. And Pollock allowed 6 walks in the ball game, and 5 of those 6 walks came around to score. 3, 4, and 5 though for the 8s. We beat Merquan Dean as we start to get late here in game 1 of the season. Doubleheader here, so after game 1 we'll have a small break and come back for the second game. That one's out towards center field in the first pitch, and Hamrick will make the play. 1 pitch and 1 out here to open up the top of the 5th. And it'll bring up Jack Merquan. Merquan is 0 for 1, struck out looking, and then drew a walk. He retired on a double play because he was off with a pitch that was popped up, and he was unable to scamper his way back to first. Here's the first pitch to Merquan, and he'll go the other way, out towards right field, coming in, diving for it, can't make the catch, it gets past the right fielder and Clark. Merquan rounds second. First, he's on his way to second. He's rounding second, on his way to third. The throw coming in. It is not going to be in time, and it nearly bounced over the fence. It stayed in play, so Merquan is safe at third. It will be a triple for Jack Merquan. On the diving attempt by Austin Clark, and it just got past him enough where Merquan was able to stretch that out from what would have been a single all the way to a triple. And nearly the ball bounced over the third baseman and almost went out of play, which would have allowed Merquan to score. Would have been a triple in an air. But it would have given the Eights just a 2-run deficit. First pitch to Dean is outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's catching the outside corner. It's now 1-1. There's no Paul O'Neill getting a inside the park home run. Would have been a triple in an air. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-1. Merquan leads away from third. Bennett Dean looking to drive in his second RBI. Had a sac fly RBI in his first trip. Or not even a first official at bat. He's only got 2 plate appearances. That's now 3-1. He walked and then had the sac fly RBI. A fly ball wouldn't do the job again, but Dean's got a good hitter's count here at 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one's catching the top of the zone, so it's now 3-2. And Dean will step back in. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Has missed outside for ball 4. So Dean is on base for the second time. Still got to record an official at-bats on the season. And now it's Gary Nedved. First and third, 1 away. Here in the top of the 5th. Tying run now coming to the plate here for the Eights. Here's the first pitch to Nedved. He'll pop that one up. Right side, giving chase and off the netting on the right side. So it is just 0-1 here to Nedved. He is 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, and then also popped down the infield the first baseman in Lease. The count is 0-1. Dean will lead away from first. Hershoff got on the mound, got on the rubber from the windup, but wisely stepped off because Dean would have stolen second before the pitch even got there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Nedved right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit. That'll score a run. His first hit of the season. Dean will stop at second. Merquan comes in to score. 6-4. The Eights now trail by just 2. A good piece of hitting there for Gary Nedved to go right back up the box. Pick up his first RBI. And it brings up Matt Hansen, who was 1 for 2. As this will be the end of the line for Breck Hershoff. So we'll now see who the new pitcher will be for the Brookings Bandits. But we'll step aside for a minute, and we'll tell you the changes here after this. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Back here at Bob Sheldon Field, as it is going to be Ashton Whitty now on the mound for the Bandits. As it's really just a defensive switch here. Whitty goes to the mound, and Hershoff goes from the mound to second base. Nothing more than just that. As we look at Breck Hershoff, he can't close the book on him yet. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. He went 4 to third inning, allowing 4 hits. He had 6 walks. He also hit 2 guys and 3 strikeouts. So 9 free passes from Breck Hershoff. And Matt Hansen now to greet Ashton Whitty on the mound. First pitch, and he'll pop that one up. And it's going to be an infield fly. Catch is made by the second baseman. And Hershoff, there's now 2 down, and it brings up Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the third baseman and also popped out to the shortstop. And it's 2 trips to the plate. Ashton Whitty threw 9 2/3 innings last summer, giving up 9 runs, 7 earned, 12 hits, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, a 5.07 ERA, and a 2.07 WHIP for Ashton Whitty. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Grayson Hunsley. Yankton knocked off Huron in their first game of the season. Yankton won 17-1 over Huron. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block, but he didn't catch it cleanly. The throw to third. They're going to get Dean out at third base, and it's going to retire the side. So Dean didn't get the right jump to it and just couldn't quite get over to third base in time. And he is thrown out to end the inning, as that will retire the side. Here at the top of the 5th, 1 run does score on 2 hits in the inning, no errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and Post State now down 6-4 to Brookings. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning, and the 8's down 6-4. But for the Bandits, it is 4, 5, and 6. Sam Harden, Nathan Leeson, Ashton Whitty be the first 3 men to come to the plate. George Stalley, who had a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 4th, looking to match that here in the bottom of the 5th, or at least another 0, as the 8's trail at 6-4. Here's the first pitch to Sam Harden. Takes it high for ball 1. He is 0 for 2 so far. Grounded out to the third baseman, also struck out swinging. Isaac Pollock started, went 2 2/3. It's been George Stalley since. Here's a line shot that is foul. And just having to duck out of the way. Over at third base, the coaching staff for the Brookings Bandits. So the count is even on a ball and a strike. Here's a 1-1 from Stalley. That one catches the bottom of the zone, and the count's now 1-2. And this is game one of our doubleheader here this evening. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Staley. His first of the evening, and there's one down. And it brings up Nathan Lease. Lease is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. The Eights have allowed 5 RBIs, 4 of them coming from Zach Struck, as he's 2 for 2. And has driven in 2 runs in each of the 2 hits that he's had, a double and a single. But here is Nathan Lease, first pitch swinging out towards left field. Zabel comes in, he'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. Now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it will bring up Ashton Whitty. Whitty's 0 for 0, 2 walks. He's scored both times. You got the scoring started. First man to score on the 2 RBI double from Zach Struck. Then he also came in to score on that base hit, and that one's out towards right center field, and it will drop in front of Brecken Kruger for a 2-out single. So it nearly turned into a quick inning from George Staley in terms of pitch count. But the inning will continue with the 2 RBI single from Ashton Whitty, and now it's Josh Devine. Devine also has walked twice. He did not score the second time, but he did score on that double from Struck. First pitch misses for ball 1. And on deck is Zach Struck. And if he does come to the plate, well, I guess there's still an opportunity of maybe just having one guy on base. Runner takes off on the pitch, taken for a strike. The throw to second, not going to be in time. So there's now a 1-1 count, and Whitty stole that off of Staley, who became too predictable on his throws in, or on his pitching. The count's 1-1. Staley comes set from the stretch. Here's the 1-1. Bouncing in, and a good block there from Hunsley. And the count is now 2-1. Devine looking to match what Whitty did, walk twice and then get a base hit. Here's a 2-1. Ground ball left side. Fielded by Keenels. Throw across is low, but dug out by Dean over at first base. And the side is retired here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 5 completes, Brookings leads Post 8 6-4. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 6th inning, the Eights down to 6-4. As it will be 8-9, 8-9-1. Excuse me, it will be 9-1-2. Nope, yep, it is 8-9-1. Grayson Hunsley lead things off, then Jed Zabel, followed by Lincoln Keenels. First pitch, Hunsley will spoil it out of play. And it's 0-1. Hunsley is 0 for 2, ground outs and a pop out. His first 2 trips to the plate here this summer. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss outside, and it's now 1-1 as it gets to the backstop. You talk about it being summer, but the temperature just doesn't feel like it is right now. 59 here in Brookings. Feels like 56. That one's outside. It's now 2-1. Start to warm back up. Post State will be out in Rapid City Thursday through Sunday this weekend. Looking for more in the 70s and high 60s while we're out there. Maybe a chance of rain out in Rapid City. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Hunsley, ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. Leadoff man on base once again for the Eights. As Grayson Hunsley opens it up with a single. And it will bring up Jet Zabel. Zabel 0 for 1, struck out swinging. His only trip to the plate. Again, came in. Spencer Lettler left after he got to third base. He walked, ended up at third base, and ended up taking himself out of the game. Jet Zabel came in to run for him. There's a line shot off the glove. Stepping on the bag at first to throw to second. The tag is going to be applied and will be a 3-6 double play. And there's now 2 down. Most likely would have been 2 outs anyway, as Zabel hit a line shot right to Nathan Lease. If Lease catches it, it ends up being a catch. Step on the bag at first, there's 2 down. But instead he stepped on the bag at first after he dropped it and threw to second, and the tag was applied. And there's 2 quickly down and nobody on base for now Lincoln Keenels. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. That was it's a tough one there for Grayson Hunsley. Kind of no man's land there. That one's popped up on the infield right side. Catch will be made by the first baseman and Lease. And it retires the side in order. Although there is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We have played 5.5, and the Eights trail it 6-4. George Staley going to do his best to try and keep it a 6-4 score. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility, and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Back here at Bob Sheldon Field as the Eights trailing 6-4. As the leadoff man will be Zach Struck, who is 2 for 2 with 4 runs driven in. And the only way he drives another run is if he goes deep to open it up in the bottom of the 6th inning. So somewhat a good news for the Eights to have Zach Struck come up with nobody on base. As the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. He's off to a nice pace to open up the season. 4 RBIs in the first game. Here's a ground ball left side. Jaden Wiebe will field. The throw to first is in time. 2 pitches and 1 out here to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. And that will bring up Austin Clark. So they played 36 games, did Brookings last season. And the pace that Struck is on right now, he's looking to go for 144 runs driven in if they play the same amount of games they did last year. It's a good pace to open up the season. You get on pace for 144 RBIs. That one's out towards center field. Brecken Kruger is right underneath that one. There's now 2 down. As Austin Clark is retired, he's 0 for 3. And it will bring up Lincoln Harden. Lincoln Harden is also 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice to the left side and also flew out into left field. So now here is Harden with 2 outs, nobody on base. First pitch from Staley. That one's flown out to left field again. Jet Zabel going back, still going back. It's over his head. It's off the base of the wall. It's scooped away from him. Rounding second on his way to third. The throw coming in, cut off by Keenels. It's a 2-out triple for Lincoln Harden. His first hit here of the ball game. And that was Breck Hershoff. And for Jed Zabel, he got back as far as he could, stopped, and then the ball hit the bottom of the fence and ricocheted well to his right. He had slipped and fell down too, but I don't think that would have made a difference. There's a swing and a miss by Hershoff on the first pitch. I don't think that would have made a difference from Harden going from second to third on the triple. And it really is just as Hershoff will pop it up on the infield. Lincoln Keenels will call off Jaden Wiebe, who was standing right in his right spot at third base, and Lincoln Keenels comes over and says, I'll take the third out. That retires his side. They work around the 2-out triple. No runs, 1 to hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 7th, and Post State trying for a comeback here in the top of the 7th inning. Down 6-4 to Brookings. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Here in the top of the 7th, Ashton Whitty's going to try and finish this one out for the Bandits. But for Post State, they will have 2, 3, and 4, needing just 2 runs to tie this one up, 3 to take the lead. As we open it here in the top of the 7th inning, Brecken Kruger, Jaden Wiebe, and Jack Merkwan. Here's the first pitch to Kruger. Swings and fouls it off. And it's 0-1. Kruger is 1 for 2. He walked. He reached base on a bunt single, and a perfectly placed bunt over on the left side of the infield. That one's catching the inside edge, and it's now 0-2 here to Kruger. Then he struck out swinging back at the top of the 4th. Now here in the top of the 7th, down 0-2 in the count. The pitch to him, swings and misses. And the 7th inning starts with a strikeout. And the first strikeout for Whitty here in the ball game. Jaden Wiebe had an RBI hit by a pitch in the top of the 3rd. Part of 3 runs that were scored. That one hits the helmet of Wiebe. So he will reach base, and the tying run now will come to the plate as Jack Merkwan will come up. So Wiebe is on. That one cut the bill of the helmet. And then I'm going off the mask of Sam Harden. But now here's Jack Merkwan. He tripled his last trip to the plate. Ground ball left side. Fielded by the third baseman. Actually by the shortstop. He got past him, but no chance to throw him out. Zach Struck was the one that fielded it. And it ends up being a infield single for Merkwan. The tying run is now on base, and Bennett Dean will come to the plate. So Dean with an opportunity here for Post State. First pitch. Taken low and inside for ball 1. Dean is 0 for 0 still. Walked twice. He also had an RBI sac fly. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is outside, and it's now 2-0. And Dean working his way into a good hitter's count here. Base hit could make it a 6-5 ball game. Somewhere in the gap. Maybe it ties the ball game up 6-6. 2-0 pitch. That is outside, and it's now 3-0. And we'll see if maybe he's got the green lights, 3-0, but knowing the situation, most likely taking here for a strike. 3-0 pitch. Dean will take all the way, draws a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded. The tying run is now into scoring position. And Gary Nedved has an opportunity here, the senior opportunity. The base hit to tie the ball game up. Nedved is 1 for 3. RBI singled his last trip to the plate. They came in the top of the 5th, and that pulled the Eights within 2, 6-4. Gives them the opportunity now, the base hit, to tie the ball game up. Mound visit from the catcher, Sam Harden. On third is Wiebe. Merquan's at second, and Dean is now at first. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. First pitch from Whitty to Nedved. Ground ball back to the pitcher. The throw home for 1 to first base is going to be in time. A 1-2-3 double play. And the ball game comes to an end. And Post State will drop the opener here this afternoon, or this evening. So no runs, 1 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Post State drops the first one 6-4. We'll step aside and return with the wrap-up of game number 1. Bandits take it 6-4. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to Bob Sheldon Field, the Eights drop the opener 6-4 here in game 1 of our doubleheader, as the Eights were unable to take advantage of that last inning. Had the bases loaded with 1 out, but Nedved grounded into a game-ending double play as he went back to the pitcher, a 1-2-3 double play to end the ball game as they fall 6-4. The story was walks in the ball game, as it was 4 runs allowed by Brett Kershoff, all 4 runs being earned, but he walked 6 guys, hit another two men, so he ended up with 8 free passes in the ball game. Isaac Pollock had 6 walks. George Stalley did fantastic in relief for the Eights, allowing just 2 hits in the 2 1/3 innings that he threw, or 3 1/3 innings that he threw for Post State, but allowing just the 2 hits, no runs allowed. And he had no walks and just 1 strikeout for George Stalley, but a solid effort in relief. Unable, though, that the Eights were able to get the win in game number 1. Ashton Whitty came in and picked up the save in that first game of the season, as Pollock will get the loss and Breck Hershoff will pick up the win for the Brookings Bandits in game 1 of the season. Time of the ball game was an hour and 45 minutes, as Post State had 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on base. The Bandits had 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on base. They scored 4 runs in the third inning, as they were able to pick up 4 runs on just 2 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and then 2 men left on base. Zach Struck had the best game of anybody in the first game of the season. He went 2 for 3 with a double and 4 runs driven in part of that 6-4 win for the for the Bandits here in Game 1. We will step aside as if you're watching it for the first time on KCCR Sports on YouTube, we're going to end the broadcast here in Game 1. Then we will come back and have Game 2 here on KCCR Sports on YouTube. So we'll end the broadcast and we'll come back and have Game 2 come up here in just a little while, as we'll have that in about maybe 20 minutes or so. So, and also for back at the station, we'll end up Jacob Mayer is back at the station right now, but we'll hear from News Director Zach Nelson. We'll have his 5 o'clock news coming up here in just a little bit. So we'll step aside for 3 minutes, and we'll come back with game number 2 come up. Actually, we'll come back with the news, and then we'll start to get you set for game number 2 here in just a little while. You're listening to Post State